Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Nashville. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Right 5-4.
They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Right 46.
The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's taken in by Burks. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
49's down, 22 Rita. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. No chance at all. He'll go down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Like 13.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Third and long.
Here we go. Mayday.
From the gun, it's Levis. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11.
They bring Chase in motion.
Got.
Burrow gonna open by putting it up. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
On the ground, it's the veteran Zach Moss. Finding room at the 35. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
A pair of first downs gives them first and 10 up at the 40. Another try with Moss. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
This one to the tight end, Trotman. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
What's this say? 11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. Stop.
Now Burrow gonna do this himself. And he's not gonna get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Second down, Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A first down throw for Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And he will dive into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns.
And this one is blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
22 Linda, 22 Linda. Like 54, like 54.
Now, Levis. That's going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jermaine Pratt. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals extend their advantage to 13-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Levis to throw on 1st and 10. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick 6 earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Levis. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
Stop.
Burrow fires quick to Higgins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Gun. Stop. Twelve. 12. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 33 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
11. Stop.
A run over center with Moss. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
Let's get set. Stop.
And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Bengals on top. And we're back in Music City after this. Third down, 3 to go.
Here we go. 11. Stop.
Burrow. He'll get this complete. It's Moss. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Zach Moss. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Levis. That is intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals able to add on. It is now 27-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
22 Linda, 22
The motion
Linda.
man is Boyd. On first down, Levis. That's deep, looking for Boyd.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick six? And, a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
Now a screen. Here's Pollard. Whoa! Tony Pollard racing to the end zone. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. What a pretty touchdown that was. Nothing looks nicer than a well-set-up screen, and that was executed to perfection.
Mike, the key to any successful screenplay is the timing between the offensive lineman getting out and where the running back is when he catches it. You'll see it here played out perfectly. He gets the escorts out in front of him, gets the key blocks he needs, all the way down for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This one complete. It's pulled in by Claypool. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming.
Here we go.
They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Stop.
They'll run it out of the gun with Moss. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Tavondre Sweat there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Now, Burrow. The catch is made by Claypool. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Gun.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
Here's Burrow. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate.
Here we go.
And the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Stop.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. And that one incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Get set.
Higgins sent in motion.
Stop.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. And this one is hauled in. What a grab. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 35 yards.
This offense now, they're just trying to really pile on the points. They find themselves with a big lead here, but remember, it's still the first half, Mike. There's a long way to go. Defensively, they've got to buckle down. They have to find a way to put a lid on this offense, because if they don't, they're going to find themselves at the halftime break down by a whole lot.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
On 2. Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They'll run here with Brown.
Here we go.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3?
On 1, ready? Here we go. Here we go. 11, Thomas. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They go play action for Burrow. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. Here, the ball is thrown short. The idea is get the ball in the hands of your playmaker and let him pick up the rest with his feet. But you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Burrow throwing on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now, a deep ball here for Ridley.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half, He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
On the toss, they give it to Moss. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
Get set. Mighty. 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Burrow. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot.
Here we go.
And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On the handoff, this is Moss. And he's in. Zach Moss. Touchdown, Bengals. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on, come on.
They go play action with Levis. That's to the former Jaguar and Falcon, Calvin Ridley. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another 1st down.
Army! Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here's Levis. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, Thomas. Dodge.
Burrow now to throw on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last two throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest.
Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And the Bengals will have great field position right around midfield.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Second down, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. Now he'll air one out. And this ball incomplete on third down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Here comes Jackson on the return. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. First and 10.
54 Rita, 49, Mike, 49. Short. And 24 Linda, flat green 18 green. 54 Rita, flat. 49's down, 22 Rita.
From the gun, it's Levis. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10.
Mike, 0, Mike.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Gun. Stop. 11. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11.
They bring Chase in motion.
Stop.
A first down throw for Burrow. And this will be incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Third down and 9.
It's just set. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11. 11. Stop.
Burrow working in the pistol. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
11. Here we go. 11. 12. 11 mighty. Stop.
Back to throw, Burrow. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Now Burrow on the bootleg. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
454.
Levis to throw it here on first down. He's got it. That's Burks. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
This one is caught downfield by Ridley. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Now Levis. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Levis.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
Stop.
On 1st down, Burrow. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Gun. Stop.
Higgins sent in motion.
Stop.
Burrow now. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Right 5-4.
Levis to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house.
11.
Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Throwing is Burrow. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's got another one. Zach Moss. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His big game continues. His third touchdown of this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year. On is McPherson for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bengals add on to their already sizable lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On first down, Levis. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Here's Levis to throw. Now a screen. Here's Pollard.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Throwing on second down, Levis. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball.
And more of the same. Another interception. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11 empty.
In motion now is Claypool.
11, 11, 11.
They go play action for Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
And he'll take this forward to the 26. Here's a third down and 4.
Here we go.
In motion now is Claypool. They'll throw here on third and short. He's got room past the 35. Good looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
We see this week in and week out, Mike. These running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one, and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play.
Gun. Dot.
In motion now is Claypool.
Dot.
Here's Brown. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1, ready? Let's get set. Dot.
They'll run with Moss. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Here we go. 11. 12. 11 mighty. Dot.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time?
Stop.
Now, Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Like 54.
They go play action with Levis. That one on target to Ridley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Levis to throw on first, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page, and we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Third and long. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their second.
Hey, 24 Linda, flat grenade, 54 Rita, flat. Like 90, like 90.
From the gun, it's Levis. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. And the Bengals are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
On one, ready? Here we go.
In motion now is Claypool.
Back.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. Back.
He'll give up the middle to Moss. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
On one, ready? Gun. Back. Back.
Here's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Back.
Here's Moss. A short pickup to the 38. Second down and 8.
Let's get set. 11 Thomas. Stop.
They go once more with Moss. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Here we go.
3rd and long.
11, Thomas. Shot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
On the bootleg, it's Levis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Hey, come on, come on.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. McPherson now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bengals stretch things out even further. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10.
22 Linda, 22 Linda.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. And he cannot get away, brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
And more of the same. Another interception. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
On 1, ready?
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Here we go.
Burrow takes a knee, and that ought to just about do.
On 1, ready?
So, this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.